So after the release of Steamboat Willie, Mickey's next adventure was the Gallopin Gaucho. Gaucho? Whatever. A parody of a film that came out over a year before. This short was directed by Oob Up Earworks, iWorks. I have no idea how to say these words, but there's an interesting thing here in that even though Steamboat Willie came out first officially, Gallopin Gaucho actually got previewed in August of 1928. Three months before Steamboat Willie, which is quite interesting. So, the story goes, Mickey rising towards a bar on an ostrich, scaring a horse in the process. Inside the bar, Minnie is dancing. Mickey kind of grabs everyone's attention and then lights up a cigarette, which proves that this isn't your modern day family friendly Mickey. And, well, in a second it'll get even worse. Minnie invites Mickey down to the to the stage. Whatever. Minnie invites Mickey to have a dance with her. Lucky guy. I'm joking. She's a mouse. To which Mickey agrees, but before he starts dancing, he downs a beer. I cannot imagine modern day Mickey Mouse downing a beer in one go. But whatever. This isn't modern day Mickey Mouse. This is pre-Prohibition, pre-Second World War Mickey Mouse. Anyway, they have a dance sequence which is pretty fluid, obviously, since this is 2D animation. And as they were finishing the dance, pervy, ugly bastard Pete grabs Minnie. That is literally how I put it on the notes. That is the best way I can put him. Like, he is ugly in this one. Jesus. And it just gets worse. Mickey's first attempt to save Minnie fails, and Pete gets away on a donkey with Minnie. Mickey calls for his ostrich, who comes out of the bar drunk. Cartoon animals have some weird rights, apparently. As Mickey starts the chase, Pete squashes his ass. His poor donkey gets flattened by the weight of Pete. Poor old Pete's ass. I can't believe I wrote that in the script either. Pete comes to a pretty steep incline and goes down it. Mickey comes across the same slope a few seconds later, but due to the fact that his ostrich is still drunk and also might have tripped over a rock on the way, he decides to sort of dip his ostrich in a bucket of starch that happens to be lying around, and then goes down the slope as well. Once they hit the bottom, the ostrich can't go any further, so Mickey follows on foot. Luckily, Peter's arrived at his hideout, a very tall building. So Mickey catches up, hears Minnie shouting for help. Always a good sign when the ugly bastard is around. And Mickey uses his tail to winch himself up the building from the outside. And it's here that the ugly bastard phrase in this episode really hits the nail on the head. Pete has I've got to read this verbatim from the notes. Pete's got Minnie in his BDSM attic. Minnie is chained to the wall with her hands above her head. Like that. I've seen enough stuff on the internet to know exactly where that scene was going. But thankfully, our hero, Mickey, grabs a sword off of the wall and stabs Pete up the arse. And they get involved into a duel with two swords. And as Mickey gets the I'm going to have to read this out from the notes again verbatim. Mickey gets the upper hand in the duel until his sword gets limp. I hate it when that happens in front of a girl too. Why do I write this shit? Why do people let me write this shit? So yeah, Mickey's sword goes limp in front of Minnie, in a BDSM-matic. Disney! Fun for the whole family! Why? Why is this a thing? Why am I doing this at 7 AM? Oh, it's too early for this shit. So, Mickey almost gets cornered by the ugly bastard Pete, who's still able to use his sword, but wins the duel by throwing a chamber pot at Pete's head. Which, yeah, that is not a nice, not a nice way to lose. Bit humiliating. Thankfully it was empty though, I think. Anyway, Mickey leaves with Minnie and the two kiss on the back of the ostrich. And the episode ends. This episode was a wild one. Like, I wasn't expecting drinking, smoking, ugly bastard, BDSM, almost NTR, kidnapping, fat jokes, and dick jokes. Like, I just this entire episode is one I'm never gonna forget. Even if Disney has forgotten it over the years because it is not available on Disney Plus. The only official way to get it is from a Disney DVD, which I think has been out of print for 17 years. Thankfully, I obtained it through other means. Please do not hurt me, Disney. Anyway, yeah, that was 1928 for Mickey Mouse, an iconic uh, cartoon. An iconic classic cartoon that Disney showcases as the very first in a the first brick of an empire. That's the best way I can put it. That's how they've built it up as. And then the forgettable second one that is actually pretty funny. Just for its absurdity. Tomorrow we begin 1929 with the barn dance. So, yeah. See you all tomorrow.